What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I am Jess. Thanks for clicking on today's video. Today's video is going to be basically going over my 36-hour fast or an extended fast, what I experienced. So first off, I'm not a medical doctor, not a healthcare professional. Main thing is talk to your doctor and all that stuff. This is just my story. So anyways, I decided I haven't done alternate day fasting with just a plain clear liquids fast in a long time. So just to keep this whole weight loss journey moving in the right direction where I don't get bored, discouraged, just sick of it. I try to keep things just interesting. So I'll go through spurts and just keep trying something else. This way, when you have a lot of weight to lose, you don't get defeated and all that stuff. So anyways, I haven't done a clear liquids fast in a long time. So I was like, I had a lot of success doing that in the past. Let's do it again. So I went back and watched my old videos on alternate day fasting and all that. So I will link that in the cards, whichever corner that is. And down below, I have a whole playlist dedicated to alternate day fasting. I believe I even did it for a month in one of my previous weight loss challenges. So anyway, so more info and more accounts of everything, check out that. But for this one, I thought I would go over what I experienced and what it did for my journey. So to make the 36 hours, I ended up going longer than that. But to get to the 36 hours, I just capped off my eating window the night before. So let's say on Monday night, I stopped eating at 7 o'clock. So that means the window of feasting is over and the window of fasting is now open. So 7 o'clock p.m. was my starting point. So go all the way through the night, all the next morning of Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 o'clock, my fasting window would close and the feasting window open. So, or I should say eating, not feasting. So that was a 36-hour fast. But because 7 o'clock came and I'm still bringing my kids to school and getting ready for the day, and by the time I look at it, it's already 10 o'clock. That's when I started eating. So I actually got 39 hours in this fast instead of 36. So I hit my goal and then surpassed it. So that was a big boost. Now, overall in the fast, one of the first reasons why I liked doing fasting is the silence that goes on in your head when you're not constantly thinking about food. So how much did I go grocery shopping? Did I eat too much? Did I eat too little? Did I, hit all the macros, all the stuff I want to snack. I want to, I'm bored, so I want to eat. I'm stressed, so I want to eat. It takes that whole thing out. And for whatever reason, when I'm fasting, I am so disciplined. And it's weird because, I'm not disciplined in my staying keto 24/7, so I don't know where the disconnect lies between the two, but I'm really good when I fast. And it's probably because the emotional stress calms down when you're not worrying about food all the time. So, or when I'm stressed out, I can't turn to food because I'll break my fast, so I find something else to deal with it, and it's interesting how it all works. So for me, fasting is a tool, a weight loss tool. And that will ensure I'm in a deficit this week, right? So, and I'm going to be fasting Tuesday and Thursday this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, my eat days, and Saturday, Sunday. Now, did I experience hunger? I would say I recall 3 times where I was hungry, but they were the normal times I would have gotten hungry, whether I was eating or not. And it wasn't anything so overbearing that I had to give in. I was able to muscle right through it. So yes, I did have about 3 little instances where I felt hungry, but being that I've done this so many times, I pretty much know how to navigate those obstacles. So the first thing I do is I'll go get a cup of water. Water goes a long ways. Even if I'm not fasting, sipping on water all day really helps keep my body feeling full. And when you're drinking so much water, you're in the bathroom every 5 minutes, so you don't have time to go off your diet. So, but the other thing I make sure I do is during my fasting day, this one is a must, is I do sip on electrolytes. And for that, I want to thank Element for sponsoring this video. Element electrolytes are a great way to help bridge the gaps of hunger. Again, keep the energy levels up. They're sugar-free, gluten-free, no artificial flavors, no fillers, none of that stuff. They're just really good electrolytes that get the job done. So that's why I've been a huge fan. And being that when you're fasting, you can get some headaches, you can get fatigued easily. And that's why I always use Element electrolytes to get me through it. So each packet contains 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And on top of taking those electrolytes, I feel like my sleep is so good, I don't get the muscle cramps, no headaches, and my energy levels stay up. So my favorite is the watermelon, and raspberry would be my second favorite, and citrus would probably be my third. But don't take my word for it. You can get this free sample pack of 8 unique flavors for free with any purchase. And all you have to do is use my special link that is only available for the Keto Rewind community, but it's drinkelement.com/Keto Rewind. That's drinklmnt.com/Keto Rewind. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. There we go. Now let's talk about other ways to bridge those hunger gaps. I will also sip on herbal teas, like an unsweetened herbal tea. I like green tea and black tea. Those are my go-tos. I have a pile of them all in my pantry that I really have never tried. Because when I'm in a rush or something and I just know I just have a little thing of green tea real quick, that's what I do. So I've not tried any other teas like that, but just a cup of unsweetened herbal tea, sip on that. You can do it cold or hot, and it really does help get you through the hunger wave. Also, sparkling waters that are unsweetened, you can use those just to add a little bit of, like, sometimes in the afternoon when it's hot and it's like the middle of the summer, tea is a lot harder to drink unless you have it iced and all that. So a bubbly that's unsweetened or some type of sparkling water is another choice. But those, you got to read the labels on those, and they're not all created equal. And then also I drink coffee. I was a fan of black coffee before I ever lost a single pound. So that wasn't a huge stretch for me to do. So I drink my coffee black regardless of my diet. But making a simple cup of coffee in the afternoon, when I get like the 4 o'clock hunger bell going off, that's a great way to help just bridge the gap and keep me going. So, as far as exercise goes, when I'm doing an extended fast, the most I'll do is walking. And I'm not really that gung-ho about making sure I get a workout in when I'm fasting, although it's not a time to skip just because you're fasting. So it's one of those things where if I feel like working out, I'll go do it and I'll go walk. I save the days where I lift with strength training for days that are my eat days. But that's another way to help get the hunger to go away, is just go for a quick walk. You bring your electrolytes, and just go for a walk. It gets your mind off of it. And then the third thing is you have to just have some patience. You're not going to just keep getting hungrier and hungrier and hungrier and hungrier and hungrier. That's not how it works. That hormone will eventually come back down. You just have to have patience. You just have to distract yourself, do something to get your mind off of the hunger. Because you will have hunger regardless if you are the best faster or not. It's just part of our day. It's just the hormone related, and how you navigate the hunger is whether you're gonna have success on this or not. But just know that in like 20 minutes, it goes away. You just have to have some patience and a little bit of willpower, and you can do it. One other thing I found, that when I am doing an extended fast, it kind of puts the signal that my brain gets that I've eaten enough. I believe that's either the leptin or ghrelin hormone. I forget. I'll put that here on the screen. But when I am doing a fast and I get in that groove of fasting, I feel like it reignites the sensitivity of that. For example, after I've done an extended fast, like 40 hours, the next meal that I eat, I feel that cue that I've had enough way more effectively. And I'll look down and I'm like, I've only eaten half the food that's on my plate, but my body says I've had enough. It says, oh, ding, 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 we're done, wrap it up here. And I don't feel that as often when I don't fast. So that's another way that I'm using the alternate day fasting or extended fasting as a tool to lose weight, is because it helps make my sensitivity of when I've had enough much more loud and clear for my brain to notice it, that I can say consciously, I've had enough, and if I eat past this point, I'm choosing to overeat. So interesting stuff. But I did experience that, and that happens a lot more often. The more I fast, the more I'm in check with how much I'm eating. So, and it's clear I've been overeating for a long time. The other thing I wanted to say is start off small. If you think about it, every night you go to bed and you're sleeping. So you're not eating at that time. So you survived all this fasting as it is while you sleep. So don't feel like you can't do it. Just start small, extend the eating window an hour, and just keep extending it. Okay, so maybe now it's 10 o'clock before you have your first meal instead of 8, or cut it off sooner. Instead of cutting it off at 8 o'clock, maybe try bringing it down to 7 and 6, and just close the window slowly until you gain some confidence and some experience to extend the eating window and the fasting window, and lessen the eating window. Of all the fasting methods that I do, I think the clear liquids fast is my favorite. But remember, there's probably 20 different types of fasting, from a beef and butter fast to a egg fast to a PSMF, or protein sparing modified fasting. There's a dry fast. There's a water fast. There's a clear liquids fast. So many different ways. Explore them and find one that piques your interest and give it a try. This is all reasons to help keep that weight loss journey going. But for right now, my goals are not anything but making sure I'm in a calorie deficit each week. So that's my immediate goals of why I'm doing alternate day fasting. But there's a million other reasons to fast. Clearly, it helps with your gut. It helps with immunity. It helps with your HGH hormone. It stabilizes blood sugar. I mean, there's so many reasons why fasting should be part of your weight loss journey. So that's why I do it. But right now, my number one reason is weight loss. I'm not really concerned about the nitty gritty details and, the other stuff. I really just am aiming for weight loss right now, and the freedom to not be thinking of food 24/7. Food savings, because I'm not eating 2 to 3 days a week. That's a huge budget saver when 2 out of 6 people in the house are not eating. So you can save money. And I guess the biggest takeaway, or the thing I really wanted to point out right now, is the fact that I have so much more. I woke up today feeling like liberated, like free, and like I've been under this cloud of negativity and this what's the word, the illusion of failure for like I'm going on like almost 2 years now. I've just felt that like I can't do it, I'm messing up all the time, I'm a failure, and and then I'm overthinking everything, and then I'm good for a week, and then something happens, and then I'm off the wagon again. And that was like the past year and a half. And I woke up this morning literally forgetting about all of that and just feeling so good. And it was kind of like liberating and inspiring to keep the journey going. And that was just because of just a little bit of silence from the food thoughts. And then it gave me a little bit of confidence. I went the whole day, I went 39 hours. I went all of that time. I could do it, and then it showed myself self-discipline, that showed myself willpower, that showed myself that I want this for me, So it was a really interesting past 40 hours. So the emotional side of, the food addiction, It's a tough roller coaster ride, and you know, I'm upset because if people are like alcoholics or drug addicts, they can cut those things out of their life a lot easier than someone with a food addiction, a sugar addiction, you know, an overeater, because we still have to eat, and that's what makes losing weight so hard. However, there's lots of tools out there at our disposal, and I really am a fan of fasting. All fasting. And that is what I'm going to be using right now to just like navigate this and keep myself feeling inspired and determined. And then when I looked back at my old videos, I had so much success when people were gaining like crazy right when the pandemic hit in 2020. You know, when everybody had this situation going on, I was losing weight like crazy where everybody else was gaining it. So, and that I just attribute to fasting and staying focused and finding ways to just have that self-discipline and move forward. So if you need some old videos of mine that are inspiring, I will try to put a playlist or put them down below. They're probably in that same alternate day fasting playlist I spoke of earlier, but it really does make a difference. Just watching old videos. Let's talk about alternate day fasting. Do you want to start with your,
Sure.
like what you lost? What you started at, what you lost, and your thoughts?
I lost a total of 12 for the month.
But those old videos were pretty inspiring. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you want to get this free sample pack of electrolytes, use my special link, and I'll see you at the next one. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know how your fasting experience is going in the comments.